भारत सरकार ट्विटर पूर्वतन सीईओ जैक डोर्सी संगीन अभियोग आसी भारत में ट्विटर बंद करने को धमक मिलता। कृषि आईन विरोध में भारत में विरोध प्रदर्शन होता। यह समय सरकार को समालोचना करुवा बहु ट्विटर अकाउंट बंद करने को ट्विटर को निर्देश दि जाता। भारत सरकार पक्षर कंपानी उपर चाप पका जाउथला। एपरिक सरकार पक्षर ट्विटर कर्मचारी घरे चढ़ाऊ करने को धमक मिलता। ट्विटर ऑफिस बंद करने को धमक दि जाता। एक यूट्यूब शो रे कहते जैक डोर्सी। अन्यपटे डोर्सी अभियोग संपूर्ण मिछ कहते केंद्र मंत्री राजीव चंद्रशेखर। डोर्सी और तांको टीम भारत आईन को बारंबार उल्लंघन करते। 2020 रु 2022 पर्यंत ट्विटर भारतीय कानून को मानि नथिला एवं यही समय कौन ट्विटर कर्मचारी जेल जाई नाहंती कि ट्विटर उपरे बैन लगा जाई नाही। डोर्सी को भारतीय कानून सहित असुविधा थिला बोली से कहते।
India, for example, India is a country that had many requests of us around the farmers' protest, around particular journalists that were critical of the government, and it manifested in ways such as we will shut Twitter down in India, which is a very large market for us. We will raid the homes of your employees, which they did. We will shut down your offices. If you don't follow suit. And this is India, a democratic country.
What Jack Dorsey has said is not surprising at all. In the past 9 years, after 2014, there has been a systematic erosion of the freedom of speech and expression and civil liberties in the country. Unfortunately, this phenomena is not confined to the central government alone. Certain state governments also have been equally draconian and authoritarian in the manner in which they seek to stifle dissent and try and proscribe alternative voices. But what Jack Dorsey is saying does not really come as a surprise, because I recall that if you would complain to the management of Facebook about certain transgressions and aberrations which Facebook was indulging in, those complaints would go to certain BJP functionaries even before they would reach the management of Facebook.
By Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey was the CEO of Twitter during a very, very dubious period in Twitter's history. What he has said is an outright lie, and I have said that publicly, and I'm reiterating it again. Twitter is a company that believed that it was not necessary for it to comply with Indian law. It believed that it did not have to comply with Indian law and made up its rules as it went along. And the government of India has been very clear from the very beginning: for all companies that operate in India, they have to always comply with Indian law. That is point number one. Point number two, I just want to refresh Jack Dorsey's memory, and certainly all your viewers, that between 2020 and 2022, Twitter was violating Indian law multiple times. And it was in non-compliance several times during those two years. And it started complying only in June 2022. During that entire period, nobody went to jail, nobody was raided. And so Jack Dorsey, knowing fully well that Twitter did not comply with Indian law and did not face any consequence of that, is today lying and making up this story about raids and arrests. Third point,